Everywhere in the world, news channels, editorials, newspaper front pages are being dominated by Ukraine. But recently, alongside of Ukraine, a new country has come to everyone's limelight, and that country is Finland. The Finland is a Nordic state, and a European Union member state recently expressed their desire to become a member of NATO after Russian special military operation in Ukraine. After Finland declarations of being a member of NATO, Russia declared their discomfort. They are asking Finland to maintain the neutrality in the Nordic and the Baltic region due to the security issue. The Russia has also expressed that they will going to put their nuclear arsenal in the Baltic region and the Nordic region. In the Kaliningrad also, the Kaliningrad is a very important point which is in between Poland and Lithuania. And the Russian military operations is still there. They are working over there. So the situation has become very complicated. Now the Finland is asking for India's help to negotiate between Ukraine and the Russia conflict. The Finland Economic Affairs Minister Mika Lintilä said on Monday that he hopes India can help in negotiations to end the conflict in Ukraine, which has had a huge impact on economic and the security sector across Europe. The ministers and the Undersecretary of State of Economic Affairs, Petri Peltonen, are currently visiting India with a business delegation to attract the Indian investment and companies in Finland, because Finland has an impeccable record in quantum technology, telecommunication, artificial intelligence and renewable energy. As I have already told you that the world is converging towards India, everybody is visiting India. The American NSA has already visited India. Some of the other countries' foreign delegates have already visited India. The East and the West both want India in their own bloc. Like all European nations, the Finland also want India in their side. They want India to express their displeasure against the Russian special military operation against Ukraine. But India has already said the world that the India will maintain its neutral positions in this conflict, because this is an European issue and the Europeans have to deal with it. India has already given this world the solutions. The foreign affairs and the foreign policy is very deep. The thing which actually in front of the eye is not true. Exactly the opposite is true. So the India is thinking about its own interest, the interest of its own people, because that is what the leaders do for their people. Even in Finland, there are differences among the politicians and people, whether Finland should join NATO or not, or they should maintain the neutrality as they did during the Cold War time. The Finland share 1,300 kilometer boundary with Russia, which is the longest in the European Union nations. As the Finland Prime Minister Sanna Marin expressed their desire being a member of NATO, then the poll has been conducted in Finland among the 200 Finnish MPs by the EL, and asking simply whether Finland should join the NATO or not. So according to the poll, the 58 MPs replied saying yes. Just 9 came out directly said no, while the 15 said maybe, and the 118 did not answer at all, suggesting the many MPs are still working out of their own options. So if the Finland cannot come out with the 200 yes, until then they cannot become the member of NATO. The Finland Communist Party also asking the ruling party to maintain the neutrality on the NATO membership. And according to the 2 recent opinion polls, found that 50 to 55% of the Finnish now support joining NATO. So the situation is very kind of divided house among themselves. That's why the Finland is looking for the way out of that. That's why they need India, as the other European nations also need India. So they are visiting India for the India's support in the matter of the Ukraine and the Russia conflict. Until and unless Ukraine and the Russia conflict be resolved, any country cannot be the member of NATO, because when the Finland will become the NATO, then the problems will going get deeper, going get complicated. Then Russia will going to do what they have to do. So Russia have already expressed their discomfort and the displeasures about the membership of the Finland being a member of NATO. So that is why for now on the Finland have to maintain the neutral position as they did during the Cold War time. As we know, the Finland is seen as one of the most advanced countries in cryogenic quantum computers, which are cooled down to almost absolute zero. And Finland is looking forward for the Indian institution to collaborate with the Finnish institute. The Finland is also asking for the Indian investment in Finland to do the investment in Finland, and the Finnish companies are looking forward to invest in Indian market. But why the Finland need the market? Because after the Russian conflict, after the Ukrainian-Russian conflict, all the companies of the Finland has pulled out from the Russia. They used to run the supermarket in Russia. Now they all have pulled out from Russia. So they need the market. They need the alternative market. So they are looking forward for the Indian market, because India is a democracy, world largest democracy, and the Finland is a democratic country too. So do patch up with India is a very easy thing. India need the technology to make in India successful, and the Finland need the market to survive. So it is the both way traffic. And if Finland and India could catch up the things, then India, being a neutral in the Ukraine and the Russia conflict, could cool things down. And India have already advised the world that they should not instigate both the countries, or Ukraine or Russia. They have to cool the things down through the diplomatic way. India has also advised the Ukrainian President Zelensky and the Russian President Putin that they have to came up in a common place to talk about the issues they need to resolve by talking the things out. Now we have reached our question part. The first question is Samia Suluhu Hassan, who was seen in the news recently, is the first female president of which country? The first option is South Africa, second option is Tanzania, third option is Libya, the fourth option is Egypt. The second question is the Pravind Kumar Jagannath, who was seen in the news, is the prime minister of which country? The first option is Sri Lanka, second option is Mauritius, third option is Maldives, fourth option is Malaysia. If anyone have any questions about this topic or any other things, then you can mail me. My email address is tuhin.power.academy@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.